Hello. So this is, I guess, part two to my last video. The first video was if this was Casey Anthony, everybody would be losing their minds. And within that video, I mentioned a woman from Yonkers, New York that I met. And after I met her, I ended up going to her apartment and I saw this big memorial. It was like candles all over the floor and a whole wall of pictures. And I was like, what's that? And she's like, oh, that's my kids. And I was like, oh, I didn't think nothing of it at first. But then she started talking to me. And then I realized her kids were dead. And I was like, what the hell is going on, So this is the story. This is her. Mom in scolding deaths deny more time with newborn. So she has many kids. She has two older kids. She has the two kids that passed away. Then she had another kid that I knew about. And now she has another one. Okay? It says, a Yonkers woman who served prison time in the scalding deaths of her two young sons failed on Tuesday to get more weekly visits with her newborn daughter. But a lawyer from the county said the goal of Child Protective Services is still to reunite the mother and the daughter. Okay. This is her. I believe her name was Luz, L-U-Z. That's what she told me. That's what's here. So that was her real name. Her name is Luz. This is the new baby. Okay. Oh my goodness. Look at those cheeks. Holy crap. Oh, what a cutie. This is not the man that killed her kids. This is the new daughter's father. She has all boys to my knowledge besides this one. So the story was basically what I got from her. What she told me was that she was high on heroin and crack. So that stuck out to me because I know heroin is a downer because my first daughter's father was on that. And, ugh, disgusting. He would just nod off and embarrass me, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that's a downer. And then crack is an upper. So if you're on heroin and crack, you should be in a nice medium, an in-between, right? You shouldn't be passed out where you can't hear your children screaming for their lives, literally, being burnt to death in a bathtub. Okay? So, gets me so mad. Just so you know, we are not friends. After I found everything out, I laid low away from her. I did not chill with her or anything like that. Luz, I don't know how to say her name, Araro, and her living boyfriend, Miguel, the father of the girl, and she named her daughter Spiritual. Spiritual. Great. Whew. We're in Westchester Family Court for a conference on the county's allegations of neglect. Neither would comment afterward. So Luz and her then boyfriend David, no relation to Miguel because they have the same last name, were sleeping off hours of cocaine and heroin. It wasn't cocaine, it was crack. Using the morning of July 29th, 2005, when her son Elijah, nearly 3, and David, 20 months old, died after being stuck in a bathroom with scalding water pouring out of the bathtub. Okay, they were actually in the bathtub, just so you know. David, accused of turning the water on before going back to sleep, pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter and is still in prison. She, Luz, served 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to criminal neglect, homicide. Now, you see, I honestly have a problem with that story because I feel like, honestly, when she told me this, and that's why I stopped chilling with her, that she totally knew what was going on. She was aware. Okay, I do not feel like she was sleeping as these children screamed literally bloody murder. Okay, she was telling me how, I think this is too graphic, but I know the details, so I want you to know the details. I don't want to be the only one with this on my heart. Their skin was just peeling off. Okay? She served 2 years. She was released. She had been arrested 2 other times, but her lawyer maintains she has been off drugs for years and has turned her life around. She has 2 older children living with relatives. She gave birth to a daughter in 2009, but gave her up. Oh, it was another little girl. So that's the one I knew about, the one in 2009, okay? She then gave birth to Spiritual on February 25th. Oh my God, 5 days after my birthday. But Child Protective Services took Spiritual from Luz a few days later and placed her in foster care. Luz was accused of neglect relating to the boys who had died, but also related to Spiritual for allegedly failing to follow through on prenatal care and mental health treatment, which her lawyers have denied. Now, I think it's good that they noticed that she didn't go to all her prenatal care appointments and that she wasn't going to her mental health treatments either. Family court judge dismissed the neglect petitions related to the, I don't want to say that, the dead boys. Oh my God, to her other children that are deceased, okay? But upheld the county's allegations of abuse as to the 2 boys. She scheduled another conference for September, at which time the court and the couple could reach a resolution or the case would go to trial. Stephan, who represented Luz in court, referred questions about the ruling to his law partner, David Sachs, who could not be reached for comment. Luz and Miguel now get 1 supervised visit with Spiritual each week. She sees her during parenting classes. Very good. I don't feel like if you was charged with homicidal neglect or whatever you want to call it, that you should have a second chance. I really don't. And I know that's mean, but it's not mean on her. It's mean on these children that are gone. They don't get a second chance. Why does she get a second chance? It's not fair. That's not fair. Weekly visit saying most mothers in similar situation get 2 visits each month. The goal is still to to still return to parent. So, CPS, no matter what you do, they always want you to get yourself fixed so that the child goes back to the mother. I know that now. It says Miguel has filed for custody of Spiritual while the Department of Social Services has filed no petitions against him. Still opposes his custody applications. And that's all we got. So this is the girl that I know, that I feel, after talking to her personally, that she definitely was aware of what happened to her children. And I also noticed on knowing her, getting to know her before I realized she had kids that died, that she was not, at that time that I knew her, she was not trying to get her life together, okay? Not in the least bit. Now she might be, but this is exactly what she looked like before. And I'm sorry, her aura does not sit right with me. It really does not. Ugh, it just don't. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but like I said, how do you not hear your children screaming bloody murder, screaming for their lives? And it's just a little apartment. It's just a little apartment. It's not like a wraparound house where, the kids are on the other side of the house. It's not like that. It was a little apartment. I seen the apartments, okay? She didn't live there when I seen them, but I've seen the apartments because it was a big story in Yonkers. Like, there's this chick, she kills her kids in the bathtub, her and her boyfriend, And the way she tells the story was, She was on the couch. So why could you not hear them? You're at a happy medium with your drugs. Why did you not hear them? Because I feel she was aware. She was aware. Who turns a bathtub on and goes to sleep and locks the kids in the bathroom? Okay, a 2-year-old and a almost 3-year-old and an almost 2-year-old alone in a bathtub. I still have a seat in my bathtub that my baby sits in. She don't sit in a bathtub where she could stand up and slip in a split second and crack her head. We don't do that. We avoid mistakes. You think about what could happen and you prepare like a seat, like the little feet on the floor of the bathtub so they don't slip, things like that. You never leave the child alone. Even at 5 years old, you don't leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I'm just saying. I love you, babes.